Hello, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Live. There's a live look from the Unico U.S. Bank Court Tower over downtown Portland on this Thursday. I'm Karen Mack, and we have a fun Thursday show planned for you. If you want to create wonderful meals with a Latin American flair, it helps to start with the right ingredients. So joining us with what you need to have in your pantry, we welcome back our friend Chef Belqui is with us today. Hello, Chef Belqui.
Hey, how are you, Kara?
This is such a great idea for a segment because there's so many times where you've come on our show and you've mentioned ingredients that we necessarily would not have on hand, but we definitely need.
Yes, absolutely. What's very interesting about Latin cooking, especially Caribbean cooking, is that we have the base spices that we use for almost everything. But then at the end of this, I'm going to show you what is like the #1 time saver for all of it. So if we want to start like with one ingredient at a time, which is how I mostly cook when I come on, right? Is one ingredient. So I'm going to show you. Which one do you think is the most necessary?
You always mention like adobo.
Oh my God, that's it. Okay. That's it. That's exactly it. So that is, you're good, girl. You learned.
Oh, we learned a lot together. You've taught me a lot. I've watched you many a times.
Yes. So adobo is the #1 for us. Like without adobo, we might as well not exist. Like that's just how it works. And the great thing about adobo is that it goes on everything. I mean, even on fish. It goes on, I think I made it, the chicken stew, like it's a stewed chicken that I made for you guys, that adobo. If I made, let's say, fried fish, adobo. Everything has adobo. And then it's complemented with oregano. Now, I'm really picky because every country in Latin America has their own oregano. So Mexico has their oregano, and Dominican Republic has its own oregano. So my mom sometimes sends me oregano. If I don't have it because she didn't send it to me, then I get obviously another one, but definitely more Caribbean-based oregano. And now they have so many options that are salt-free, gluten-free, organic. So the world is your oyster out there when it comes to our spices. Any questions so far?
A little bit. What does adobo look like? Is it just also with the spices that you'll find on the spice aisle?
Can you say that again?
Is the adobo, do you just find it in the spice aisle? Is it just in one of those little spice?
Well, most of the supermarkets will have it in the Latin Caribbean aisle, or for example, here in Arizona, we have them in the Latin and Asian aisle. So we're together in one aisle. So you'll have, everything from the beans to the rice to everything, tomato sauce, everything that's Latin will be in that section of the supermarket. And you'll see it. There'll be different brands of adobo. And then there's other brands that you can get online. Most of the ones online are going to be the ones that are gluten-free. They're a little more costly, but I think they're worth the extra money because, you're taking in something that's a little healthier. And I try to do that all the time. You're feeding kids. Might as well let them grow up a little healthier than we did.
So true.
Yes. So one of the things that we also use a lot is sazon. It's a little like kind of orangey red, and that gives the food not only flavor but some color. And then paella. Have you ever had paella?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So paella originates in Spain, and it's you cook it in this really big pan, and there's rice. There can be different types of paella. Yes. So there might be chicken, there might be seafood, there might be everything that you can imagine they will make a paella out of. And it's almost like a street food that they have out there. So that, one of the best things is it has, let's say bijou, right? Saffron. Have you ever bought saffron?
I've been given saffron, I believe, from my mom, but I've never actually bought saffron.
If you don't know, saffron is super expensive. So you also have other alternatives to saffron. So I love saffron, not even just for Latin dishes. I'll throw it in some Italian dishes as well. I'll share one with you later. But this one is just like a granular powder that will mimic the saffron. So there's a lot of choices out there that we're not always thinking about, but if you look online, you're gonna find them. Of course, salt and pepper, we need salt and pepper for everything. Even if we go salt-free, we can control the input of the salt, which is why I like having something that's salt-free. And you would not believe it, we love soy sauce. And whenever I share recipes with soy sauce, I have people like, why soy sauce? That's not Latin. Well, my mom's been using it since we were little. And of course, we have that Spanish influence in the Dominican Republic and obviously Cuba, Puerto Rico, and other islands. And we love our olives. Love them. No pit. These are manzanilla olives. I love the ones that are salad olives. They already come chopped up when you're lazy. And cilantro.
Belqui, we just have less than a minute left, so I'm going to have you rush through this recipe because I want to see it.
So cilantro, this is the base for a lot of our cooking. And then this is what we call our sofrito. This is our main seasoning. So when you don't do all of this, you do all of this. You take your blender, you blend all of these things, and then you get this. And this is all you're going to need to season anything. Just like I do all the time on the show, just this. But if I did it with this all the time, it'd be kind of boring, right? So yes, this is what you need. And I'll give you guys the recipe so that you can have it there for your viewers.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
they can try it themselves.
Yay,
yeah,
thank you,
and they're going to
Belqui.
love it.
Oh, I'm sure. It looks amazing.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you
for
too.
having me.
Thanks for taking us through that. Now we understand so much more. Appreciate it. You guys are going to have
Thank you.
more information, a link to the recipe, more on Belqui on our website at KATU.com. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.